We are entering the most important week of Pokemon Go to play for the foreseeable future with some big updates, some new Pokemon returns, and yes, the week ends with the Kalos Tour Global. Now, I'll have a separate video with a full guide for the Kalos Tour. Today is about the week leading up to it because it is probably almost as good as the tour itself. And this is specifically going down during the Road to Kalos event. I know we've already talked about the event, but this is more of a strategy guide on how to maximize it, because again, this week is going to be insane. So, the Road to Kalos event is happening from Monday, February 23rd to Friday, February 27th. And we're going to have a couple of new Pokemon coming to the game, which are like kind of just okay, and I'm just going to report that just for the sake of reporting, but it's not really that important. The new Pokemon are going to be Pikachu wearing Red's hat, Leaf's hat, Ethan's hat, Lyra's hat, and they can be shiny. So those are cool. Here's the real reason why you don't want to miss this week. Every single day, we're going to have different Pokemon spawning and different raids, and the raids are going to be insane. On Monday, today, when you're watching this YouTube video, the wild spawns will include Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, Pikachu, Clefairy, and Meowth. Generation 1 stuff. It's the Kanto day. And out of those spawns, meta relevancy-wise, Bulbasaur, that's great candy to get because Venusaur has a Mega, which is one of the best grass types in the game. Also, it's very strong against Primal Kyogre and water types in raids, which is going to be very important. It's got a great shiny. Then we've got Charmander, obviously amazing because we have Mega Charizard X and Mega Charizard Y, so very, very important candy. Top Fire type, top Dragon type, both very helpful. Squirtle, Blastoise. Blastoise is great. Blastoise is pretty good in PvP, plus Mega Blastoise is very useful. So that's Monday with the wild spawns. We'll go over the wild spawns first, and then we'll do raids. Wild spawns for Tuesday include Chikorita, Cyndaquil, Totodile, Marill, Hoppip, and Teddiursa, with the most meta-relevant options being Chikorita. Meganium is pretty good in PvP. We have Cyndaquil, Shadow Typhlosion, not that bad. Marill is a good target if you like PvP because Azumarill is a great Pokemon in there. And Teddiursa, because its evolution Ursaluna is pretty relevant as a ground type attacker if it's a shadow, so just good candy. Wednesday, Hoenn Day. Spawns include Trico, Torchic, Mudkip, Poochyena, Talo, and Nincada. This is big because, Sceptile, Blaziken, and Swampert all have Megas, and they are all some of the best in their typing. So very, very important candy in Pokemon to get. Thursday is Sinnoh. We have Turtwig, Chimchar, Piplup, Bidoof, Shinx, and Snover. Nothing super meta relevant here. Definitely like Shinx is great to find in the wild just because it's like historically been a 10-kilometer egg Pokemon or a raid Pokemon. We've seen it in the wild more recently just because it's like less rare now that a lot of people have shiny Shinx, but if you don't, this is a great opportunity to get it in the wild. And then Friday is Unova, so we have Snivy, Tepig, Oshawott, Lillipup, Darumaka, and Gothita. None of these are like spectacular except for Darumaka. Darmanitan is a great fire type attacker. It also has a shadow, and it's really useful. So Darmanitan, good vibes. Catch that in the wild. And that's actually like it's a pretty good shiny too, and a rare shiny. Now the big stuff are the raids. This week we are going to have some of the greatest Pokemon in Pokemon Go come back to the raids. We're talking primals, we're talking Pokemon with adventure effects that are very, very useful. We're talking very great shinies. This is like the best week ever to raid. Very few times in Pokemon Go history have we had this much great like raid boss juice, you know? So here's what it is. Monday, Kanto. So in the 1-star raids, it's the new Pikachu. So Pikachu with Red and Leaf's hat, if you want that. 5-star raids on Monday will include Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres. We all have the birds most likely. Many of us probably have the shiny. None of them are very meta relevant unless they're shadow. So if you have the shadow version of the of the Kanto legendary birds, they're useful. And then this is just getting more candy for those, but they're good. They're fun. And they're great shinies. And then quickly, how to take these guys down. Articuno, you're going to want to use Rock. Just use Rock types against Articuno and you're going to crush it. Zapdos, just use your Rock and your Ice type Pokemon. And Moltres, Rock. Use the Rock. And this is why Rock type Pokemon, I always talk about being so important, because these 3 Pokemon come back a lot in the legendary raids over the last like 10 years. I guess 6-7 years. So it's worth getting your Rock types up. Oh, and the 100% catch IVs for the birds. Articuno is going to be 1665 non-weather boosted, 2082 weather boosted. Zapdos will be 2015 non-weather boosted, 2519 weather boosted, and Moltres will be 1980, which is the 100% catch CP, or 2475 weather boosted. Tuesday is Johto, and this is going to be very, very exciting because we have Shadow Lugia and Shadow Ho-Oh back in the 5-star raids. All right, Shadow Ho-Oh is an amazing Pokemon. It is double weak to Rock, so just use Rock types against Shadow Ho-Oh. Not the hardest thing to take down if you have a good team and good friends with Rock types. But Rock, Water, Electric, all very good. 100% IV catch CPs, 2207 and 2759 weather boosted. Best Pokemon you're looking at your rock types: Mega Tyranitar, Mega Aerodactyl, Shadow Rhyperior, Shadow Rampardos, Mega Deoncey, anything with rock. And when it comes to meta relevancy, Shadow Ho-Oh is not actually that great. It's like a top 20 fire type, but it's cool. It could be a Shundo, why not? Then we've got Shadow Lugia. The weaknesses for this guy: rock, ghost, electric, ice, or dark. 100% of catch CPs include 2115 or 2645 weather boosted in the best Pokemon: Dawn Wings Necrozma, White and Black Kyurem, Mega Tyranitar, Shadow Hydreigon. Again, your ghost and dark types, rock types do great. Not very meta relevant, cool shiny, and it could be a Shundo. And that's the big thing with the Shadow raids and why they're so fun, is because it is much easier to get a Shundo from a Shadow legendary raid, because you can obviously purify it if you get a Shadow shiny, so good luck. Wednesday is Hoenn. We have Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre. Now, Primal Groudon is currently the #1 best ground type in Pokemon Go. It is a monster, and to take it down, you just need water type Pokemon. It is double weak to water, melts it, although it is a little bit difficult to defeat, but it will get the move Precipice Blades, which is the move that makes it the best ground type in the entire game. And the best counters to use against it: Primal Kyogre, Mega Swampert, Shadow Kyogre, Mega Blastoise, Shadow Gyarados. Anything water type will destroy Primal Groudon. It is a great shiny, and again, one of the best Pokemon in the game. Then we've got Primal Kyogre. Like, my brain lagged there. I'm so tired after the Go Tour weekend. I'm getting old, I guess. Primal Kyogre is the #1 water type in Pokemon Go, so very, very, very good. And it is weak to grass and electric. It will get the move Origin Pulse on Wednesday while we're all rating it, which is, again, the move that makes it the best, so important to catch them with Origin Pulse. And the 100% IV catch CPs are 2351 or 2939 weather boosted. Best Pokemon: Mega Venusaur, Shadow Raikou, Shadow Regigigas, Eternatus, Mega Sceptile. Just use grass and electric types or anything that delivers a lot of damage. Then we've got Thursday, Sinnoh. It's Dialga and Palkia, my dogs. Specifically, Origin Form Dialga and Palkia, which are the versions that have the adventure effects. Palkia, I think, is probably the best adventure effect in the entire game, that and Kyurem, one of the Kyurems, because Palkia allows you to see 2 times the amount of Pokemon spawns when you're playing any kind of event. That is like the best thing ever. So very, very important to do the Palkia raids and get as much Palkia candy as possible, because you need the Palkia candy in order to use the adventure effect. So do as many raids as you can, save all the candies, and use them when you need them. But in order to take them down, Dialga is weak to fighting and ground, so Pokemon like Mega Lucario, Mega Blaziken, Primal Groudon, Keldeo, stuff like that. 100% of catch CPs include 2307 and 2884. Oh, sorry, also, just a quick note. Origin Form Dialga and regular Dialga would be in raids on Thursday. Same thing, Origin Form Palkia and regular Palkia will be in raids. I assume it's like the like space-time anomaly thing is happening, which just basically means, like, I think every hour it switches back and forth between the regular and then the Origin Form. So just know that on Thursday, you're going to have Dialga and Palkia and Origin Form Dialga and Origin Form Palkia all in raids rotating throughout the day. But the counters and like how to take down each is like the same. So fighting in ground for Origin Form Dialga and for regular Dialga, and then for Palkia, you're going to want to use Dragon and Fairy, and same thing with Origin Form Palkia, Dragon and Fairy. The 100% AV catch CPs are the same. Palkia or Origin Form Palkia, 2280 or 2850. And then counters, again, Dragon, Fairy. So Mega Rayquaza, Eternatus, Rayquaza, Garchomp, all this kind of thing. Well, I guess not Garchomp. Fairies. Dragons and fairies. But a really important day again. I will be going super hard on Thursday, even though I'm retired, because I need more Palkia candy, because that is my favorite adventure effect ever, other than the Kyurem, which is happening on Friday during Unova Day. We've got Black Kyurem and Reshiram back in raids. Reshiram, Black Kyurem, and then Zekrom and White Kyurem. I assume they're gonna, like, just kind of swap back and forth throughout the day. And remember that when you beat a white or black Kyurem, you catch a Kyurem, but you do get the energy, which is like very, very important. And then of course you get the Kyurem candy, which you need for the adventure effects, which are very, very helpful. So to defeat all of these, because there's gonna be 4 different raid bosses, but Reshiram, for starters, you're gonna want to use ground, rock, or dragon types. So Eternatus, Mega Rayquaza, Mega Garchomp, those guys. 100% IV CP is 2307 and 2884, and Reshiram is pretty good as a fire type attacker. It's like 6th overall, and that includes against like other megas and shadows. It's actually the best non-mega, non-shadow legendary Pokemon, fire-type Pokemon, other than Blacephalon, but that's an Ultra Beast. Reshiram is very useful, just like normal Reshiram, so very, very good fire-type, definitely worth rating. Black Kyurem, to take that one out, you're going to want to use Fighting, Rock, Steel, Dragon, or Fairy. It will get the move, or could get the move Glaciate, which is the move that you need for the Adventure effect. 100% AV catch CPs for Black Kyurem is 2042 or 2553. And the counters you'll want to use, again, Fighting, Rock, Steel, Dragon, Fairy, any of those. Zamazenta, Zacian, Mega Lucario, Mega Blaziken, Eternatus, all of those are great. And Black Kyurem is the second best Ice-type Pokemon in Pokemon Go, so it's a very, very useful Pokemon. Remember, though, to get Black Kyurem, you have to fuse a Kyurem and a Zekrom. So you need both of those Pokemon along with whatever the energy form is that you get from defeating the Black Kyurem raids. You need that too. Zekrom is a monster. It's a top 8 electric type in Pokemon Go, which are very helpful because we have a lot of flying legendary Pokemon to defeat. Zekrom, to take it down, you're going to want to use Ground, Ice, Dragon, or Fairy. It might get the move Fusion Bolt, or it will get the move Fusion Bolt, rather, which is what you need for it to be great, so you want that. 100% AV catch CPs, 2307 and 2884 weather boosted, and the best Pokemon to use against it, again, it's pretty much the same thing for all these guys, but like Eternatus, Mega Rayquaza, Black Kyurem, Mega Garchomp, Primal Groudon, those guys, Ground and Drag. Then White Kyurem, which is the #1 Ice type in Pokemon Go, very, very useful. Ice types are extremely useful in game, and White Kyurem looks great, although I think Black Kyurem's Adventure effect is better, but neither here nor there. To defeat White Kyurem, you're going to want to use Fighting, Rock, Steel, Dragon, or Fairy, like Zamazenta, Eternatus, Zacian, Mega Rayquaza, Mega Blaziken, all of those. Fighting type does very good against it. And then the 100% AV catch CPs, 2042 and 2553, and it will or should get the move Glaciate, which is what you use for the Adventure effect, I'm pretty sure. So really, really important raids. Those are all they are all very, very relevant Pokemon. Very, very cool. Also, not to mention, there will be special backgrounds. I'll have the picture on screen of them, but each Galarian, each Kanto bird will have a team, like a team leader background behind it, potentially. Of course, these are not guaranteed, potentially. Primal, Kyogre, and Groudon can get these very cool backgrounds. Origin Form, Palkia, and Dialga, I think, have the coolest backgrounds. And then the Shadow Ho-Oh can get those, and Shadow Ho-Oh and Lugia. And then White and Black Kyurem. So some very, very cool special backgrounds, because of course, Pokemon Go shinies aren't cool anymore. What's really cool are shiny backgrounds, I guess, so that's what we're going for. So really, really big week for that. And then what else is happening? There's also a bunch of stuff. Pokemon and item storage capacity will be increased by 500. That's a big deal. Also, on each day of this event, the Road to Kalos event, the progression of Mega Evolution towards the next Mega level will be 6 times faster than usual. The rest period after each Mega Evolution will remain unchanged, which basically means you can get your Mega Pokemon to max level Mega 6 times faster during this Road to Kalos event. So today and every single day this week, make sure that the Pokemon that you're working towards max level Mega, you are Mega Evolving them every day throughout this week, and it's going to get your Pokemon to max level Mega like way faster. And if you don't know what that means, just do it. You're gonna thank me later. It's very useful. There's also the Go Pass Road to Kalos Go Pass, which has some pretty crazy things, including link charges, which are that brand new item. If you don't know what that is, I have a couple of videos using them and talking about them. So check that out. But you'll get some link charges, which is going to be helpful. Also, you'll get an encounter with a Lucario that has a Mega Evolution background. So that's cool. Could get a shiny Lucario with a Mega background, which would be insane, out of the Go Pass for free. And then if you pay to upgrade to the Go Pass Deluxe, you do get a lucky trinket, an encounter with Hoopa Unbound, and link charges, and Zygarde cells, and a couple of other things, including Victory Bell, Dragonite, and Malamar Mega Energy, and other like premium items. So like some really good bonuses, honestly, for that Go Pass Deluxe. Probably worth it this time around. And then the big thing too is that as you progress through the Go Pass, you unlock certain bonuses that you'll be able to use and apply to your gameplay throughout the week, and they're very helpful, which includes increased catch effectiveness of Premier Balls. So when you're in legendary raids, it's going to be easier to catch the legendaries. That is worth it by itself. Catch XP boosts that scales up. So you're going to get more catch XP the more you progress through the Go Pass. Also, deluxe bonuses such as additional XP from completed raids, additional candy and XL candy from certain raids, and all that kind of stuff. So you get like a lot more things, which is awesome. Oh, and I forget, there's like a bunch of great bonuses happening throughout this entire week, so this is also very important. You get half hatch distance, remote raid pass limit will be 30 every single day. There will be an unlimited remote raid pass limit on Saturday and Sunday over the weekend during the Go Tour. Zygarde cells can appear at the end of routes up to 5 times per day. You can get frustration off of Shadow Pokemon, and there are 2 kilometer eggs that are happening during this event, which are like special hatches. So some really big things. This is like a crazy week. And the 2 kilometer eggs, by the way, can have Dratini, Larvitar, Dragon, Bagon, Beldum, and Gibble. So basically like all of the great dragon types from these several generations. So the wild spawns are going to be great. The raids are going to be insane. The bonuses are very good. And the Go Pass has some very useful things, including a lucky trinket, which of course guarantees a lucky trade. Always nice to get that. And this entire amazing week is going to end with the Kalos Tour Global, which again, I'll have a video on in the next couple of days going over a full guide for that event too. But get ready for the week. Hope you're excited. I definitely will be coming out of retirement for this week to raid like crazy. And I'll see you in the next video.